Piyush ji, thank you so much for giving Network 18 this exclusive interview. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What a day to be interviewing you. You know, historic reform in GST rationalization. You've been in the center of news for so long, so it's a great time to be interviewing you. My first question, all this started with the Prime Minister's address on the 15th of August, Independence Day, when he spoke about Atmanirbharta. He framed it in the context of Swadeshi, he framed it in the context of quality drive, and he also, you know, so that is where it all started, and it has led to this. He gave a hint to us on that day that big reforms are coming. So here it is, your first reactions on this GST rationalization.
And I'd like to compliment Prime Minister Modi for taking this bold decision. I see this as the most transformative step the nation has seen possibly in the last 50, 60 years. This is a journey that Prime Minister Narendra Modi started right in 2014. Back then, he spoke about making in India. He was conscious that ultimately we will have to become self-reliant. Atmanirbhar banna padega. He promoted Digital India, he promoted Startup India. Swachhata was at the core of his working.
Yes.
He started the concept of trusting the people of India. Remember, one of the first decisions was you don't need to notarize a document.
Right.
It was crazy. A Xerox copy needed a notary and you spend money, go and sit before and plead with somebody. For him, ease of doing business is the pathway to a developed economy, and ease of living is a commitment to the people of India to ensure wider prosperity and inclusive growth. And these decisions yesterday have happened over a sustained 11-year journey of taking a broken, fragile 5 economy to become the top 5 economy of the world, soon to become the 3rd largest by 2027. An economy that was low on growth, high on inflation, an economy that was starved of foreign exchange, with a completely broken banking system, an economy where there was no hope, investments were falling,
Right.
Our passport had no respect anywhere in the world. Inheriting that from the Congress, Prime Minister Modi, brick by brick, step by step, brought reforms, brought changes, showed that he trusted the people of India, focused on better quality of life for the poorest of the poor, through various initiatives, brought social security into their lives, got 25 crore people out of poverty, faced the crisis of COVID admirably, without letting the economy collapse as happened in many other developed nations. In fact, bouncing back so well that for 4 years now, we are the fastest growing large economy. Last quarter was 7.8% growth,
Yes.
with only 1.55% inflation. Who could have imagined, if you look back at 2014, Rahulji,
Yes.
that in a decade, this country will transform so rapidly,
Right.
so beautifully, and a foundation will be created on which a $4 trillion economy aims to become a $30 trillion economy by 2047. That, I think, is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's very astute handling of the economy, and this transformative steps that he had alluded to in his 15th August address, of course, is a labor of love. It's happened over many months of hard work.
Yes.
The Finance Ministry, Nirmala ji, the groups of ministers from the states,
Absolutely.
the groups of secretaries, all working, recognizing that now compensation cess will no more be required. We got the elbow room to be able to give this huge bonanza,
Right.
and give our consumers the opportunity to spend more and give a boost to the Indian economy.
So we'll discuss all these points one by one, but first let's stay with GST for a moment. You know, how do you think there was also, you know, income tax cuts, you know, for the bonanza for the middle class in the last budget, followed by now rationalization of GST, a long-standing demand. Like you said, it's taken months of, you know, work on it. Are you sure that this is, how confident are you that this is going to spur demand spur consumption and also eventually investment?
It's very logical, Rahulji. Take, for example, the reduction in cement from 28% to 18%.
Yes.
It suddenly brings down the cost of real estate and building a home. Prime Minister Modi has already provided a free home to 4 crore brothers and sisters, families in the country, another 2 crores more in the coming 4 years, 4-5 years. A reduction in cement price also helps the middle class now get the ability to own an affordable home. When you reduce the price for tractors, tractor parts, all other farm equipment, you are helping the farmer modernize, helping him improve his productivity.
Right.
When you make the two-wheeler cheaper or a small car cheaper of 1200 cc, the aspirational middle class, the young man and woman who wants to have a two-wheeler, gets encouraged and is able to afford to buy a two-wheeler, with interest rates also simultaneously coming down,
yes,
thanks to low inflation and loans becoming cheaper and easily available,
right,
in a strong banking system that we have today, not what we had in 2014. When the housewife goes out into the market, almost every product of daily use, all food products, all processed goods, foods, all material that is required for her kitchen, foodstuffs, utensils, everything will see a transformational reduction in prices. And industry has committed to us that they will make sure that the full benefit is net of input taxes is passed on to the consumers. So consumers are in for significant gain, and I'm very, very confident.
And how are you sure of that? How will you ensure that the industry
There
is
are
passing?
enough tools.
There have been cases of profiteering in the past. So.
Few and far between. Otherwise, our experience is you can trust industry. Okay. Prime Minister Modi's biggest strength has been that he has trusted industry and they've never let him down. Similarly, the people of India have trusted Prime Minister Narendra Modi and we have never let them down. So I think it's a two-way trust. Industry has, across the country, every sector, assured the government that they will be with the government. They recognize lower taxes, lower prices will give buoyancy to demand, and higher demand leads to higher taxes, and ultimately higher demand also promotes more investment because the demand leads to more manufacturing in India. So it's a virtuous cycle of growth, and the multiplier impact is what will give India a big boost.
Okay.